Like, your baby in the next room, you know exactly what the hell you done. You cut your damn husband up in itty bitty pieces, wrapped his ass up in saran wrap, put him in the refrigerator, and washed his damn organs. That's exactly what you did.
Right out the pot, back up the knots. More 4, 5s and 9 in the deck of cars and they hot. Go cup a car, whip off the lot, pull up at Walnut, y'all forgot.
And this is LaLa Madness. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Fierce Review. And in this episode, I'll actually be talking about Andy Cartwright, who is was a rapper, and then he became a victim of overdose and then dismembered by his wife. So we'll be getting into that name. Alright. You guys know where to reach me at all social media platforms, LaLa Madness. And so here we go. Now, I just so happen to be like just going across watching some videos, and I ran across a video that said 200 rappers that died in 2020. So, you know, I said, hey, I got a few minutes. Let's check it out, because I didn't think that 200 rappers had died in 2020, right? Which, of course, they mean like the mainstream rappers and underground rappers, or people you may or may not have heard of. So, while I was going through that, I came across one that said overdose / dismembered. So I decided to go look a little bit further into it, because we know my little investigative spirit. Here I go. So it was a Russian rapper. Now his actual name is Alexander Yushkov. Okay, Yushko. Yushko. And he goes by, his AKA is Andy Cartwright. Okay, so that's what you would be able to find him as far as rapping. Okay. He was 30 years old when he died, basically. And his wife, Marina Kukal, was 36, so they're 6 years apart. And she actually is a journalist turned astrologer. So, she just recently, you know, not too long prior to started delving into astrology there. Okay. So on July 30th, 2020, the body was actually reported, but she said the actual death occurred 4 days before. And she basically was chopping him up over a 4-day period. She actually confessed to chopping the body over a 4-day period. Okay. And just in case you're curious about the items that she used a knife, a hammer, a hacksaw, a plastic bowl, and a damn chopping board. Okay. In dismembering the body. Like, she used all of that. All of that. Okay. So she not only did she use those things, but I guess each thing played a part, because she then sprinkled his fingertips throughout the property, like for mice or rats to eat them in order to prevent identifying him. But unfortunately for her, the fingertips were still there. So that idea or plan didn't work. The fingertips were out there. She did cut them off. However, they weren't eaten as she suspected they would be. So she then took the body parts that she had actually wrapped up in saran wrap and put them in a refrigerator. And also in like bin liners, the black bin liners as well. You know, like the totes that you get. And then also in the fridge to, I guess, keep them cool. In saran wrap there as she dismembered them. So, as far as the internal organs, check this out. Some of the internal organs were actually washed in the washing machine. I've yet, like, that's the first time I've heard about somebody washing a person's organs. So, like, she went in depth, like, literally in depth to kind of, like, get the organs to put in the wash machine. To then wash them, like Tide, OxyClean, bleach, whatever she used. Okay, she washed them. Okay. While basically some, including the stomach, were missing. So we do know that the liver and stomach are a key important component in the autopsy of figuring out what all drugs, and she claimed he overdosed, would have been in the system. But those items were actually missing and not even included in the washing machine items or internal organs. Okay. So she actually planned which is what she said. She planned on disposing of the body and actually saying that he was missing. So she actually called her lawyer and told the lawyer what happened. because she didn't know what to do with the body. That's basically, and this is 4 days later, so that's the reason why she ended up talking to the lawyer, because she needed to know what to do with this body. But I see she called the right person. She didn't call the ambulance, she didn't call the police, she didn't call the hospital, she didn't call the nurse hotline, she called the lawyer, which is who she should have been calling at this point, because she definitely gonna need to have him meet her ass there, or wherever she plan on going, because somebody about to tell it. And so, you know, his job is gonna be, you know, to let them know to come get this body. I guess that's what she was calling him for. So anywho, with that in tow, I'm sure her lawyer was on the way to like go meet his new client, so he didn't have a problem with that, because that's a hefty case. Alright, now the reason that she claims she did all this, as far as cutting him into little bitty pieces and washing his organs, is basically to say that she wanted to save his image to his fans. So, and she didn't want them to know that he died of an overdose, stating that she wanted to preserve the blessed memory of my husband. So, she didn't want him to look bad to his people. Like, you know, the fans love him. They, you know, he got his rap career, and she didn't want her husband to be out here to be known for, you know, basically having an overdose. When other people, keep in mind, claim that they've never seen him use drugs. He's had a little alcohol here and there, but they, like, witnesses, people that know him, have said that it's not something that he does as far as drugs. She claimed that he started using drugs during the pandemic. I guess when he would be at home with her alone and nobody would know. I'm just saying. So, the Russian investigative committee said that she basically caused the death of her husband in an unidentified way after a dispute between the pair. So they claim that they got into it and then she caused the death, but then we don't have no organs and we really don't know, you know, like if the overdose, how, what, none of that. And they did say that the smell was only in the room where the buckets were. So there was no smell of the dead body throughout the house, even though she had stuff in the refrigerator. Okay. Keep in mind, too, they had a 2-year-old child who was also in the next room, which is located, they said, 10 meters from where the body was. Okay. She also explained the situation quite coherently, and that she just kept repeating, what have I done, what have I done? Like, your baby in the next room, you know exactly what the hell you done. You cut your damn husband up in itty bitty pieces, wrapped his ass up in saran wrap, put him in the refrigerator, and washed his damn organs. That's exactly what you did. Okay. Now, they claim when they arrested her that she's just being detained for her own protection. Okay. From Cartwright's angry fans, claiming that, you know, his fans might get upset to find out she dismembered him, so therefore they were detaining her for that reason, to make sure nothing happened to her. Okay. This is what she was told, but I'm sure that ain't what happened. Okay. Once they got her there, I'm sure it was a different story. Just saying. And as well, the lawyer actually claimed that if she is telling the truth, she's committed no crime in Russian law as far as dismembering the body after he had passed. Another report, though, that I did dig a little deeper, has stated that she could be charged with abuse of a corpse if they're able to charge her with anything. You know, I guess the laws are a little different in Russia than they are in the United States. You know what I'm saying? So, I can't really say how that's going to go. I did try to look and see, has she gone to court yet? Or, you know, has she been sentenced? But being this happened, you know, last year, I guess she hasn't gone to court yet. I haven't seen anything as far as an update. I will be checking, though, because I am curious to know and see what the hell happened here, because she done cut the man up, had him in the room with next to the baby. I mean, she called the lawyers. Clearly, she knew what she was doing. So, but her reasoning for it is what they saying she might be able to get off on. Because if he overdosed and actually killed himself, then she would have been basically doing him a service by whatever it is that she did here, by cutting his ass up. But we'll find out, I guess, if she'll get the abuse of a corpse for him being dead and she did it afterwards without calling anybody, or if they just gonna let it slide and it just is what it is. But let me know what y'all think about that, because I found that to be quite interesting. That one kind of slid under the radar. I don't know where I was at and how I didn't hear about it this time last year, but, well, actually not this time. But anywho, you get the point. I'll be letting y'all know, because this is interesting. I don't know how people going around chopping people up they married to and then saying they doing you a favor. I guess we'll find out. Alright, and this is LaLa Madness. Thanks for tuning in again.
Right out the pot, big up the knots. More 4, 5s and 9 than the deck of cards and they hot. Go pop a car, whip out the lot, pull up at Walnut, y'all